their life. So this is
this is press briefing organized by the Commissioner of Police, Akwa Ibom State. There have been news making the rounds that Udwak Akpan, the suspect who is claimed to have murdered Iniubong Umoren, has committed suicide and has died. And so because of that, the Commissioner of Police had to call a press conference this afternoon for the press to come and see him. And so in that same light, the Civil Liberties Organization led by Comrade Frank Benison was also invited by the Commissioner of Police. And so we are here. The Udwak Akpan, you can see him in the picture, is seated live. And so he's not dead. As has been said by, has been held by several groups that he's dead. You can see him seated with the father. You can see members of the press here taking pictures of him to show that the young man is still alive, and investigation is still ongoing. Not very long from now, the Commissioner of Police will be here. So I'm also sure that Udwak Akpan will be made to face the microphone and talk to the press, so that the whole world will confirm that he is still alive. He's not dead. And okay. We are here, sir. You can also even see the Commissioner of Police. He has arrived. As you can see, the Commissioner is getting ready to tell members of the public why he's here. So please, in no time, the Commissioner will address the press. Please, you hang on and listen to what the Commissioner will have to say.
As you rightly said, we have journalists and CLA. That's why we have this number. A lot of them here. The essence is just to interact with you. So it's an interface. We'll be discussing. You want to break your foot?
TV is very small.
You know you can't be behind us. Please, you cannot be behind us. Nobody can be behind us. You can't be behind us. You can't be by our sides. Please. And you cannot as well block it.
You're not even fix the camera yet. Just take it easy. I will wait for you. I will wait for you, don't worry. Take it easy.
Please, for those who are watching us, the Commissioner is getting ready to address the press. So please exercise patience and wait for us as the Commissioner is getting ready to address the press. You can see, like I said earlier, you can see the suspect seated alive. He's not dead.
He said it's coming from the gas village. Where? The gas village. You know the gas was given to the village. So if they leave the gas village, they will take no richer. Let's go. Let's go.
Say good afternoon, pressmen, members of CLO, ladies and gentlemen. it has become expedient and necessary for us to have this press conference because of the recent happening and what we have been seeing on the media. For the past 3 days, there's been, I will call it rumor, that has been going around that the prime suspect, Frank Akpan, in the murder of Iniubong Umoren, that he has committed suicide in police cell. They even gave details up to the extent that he used his trouser, and I don't know anywhere in the world where suspects are put in the cells with trouser, that he committed suicide using a trouser to hang himself in the cell. I've been inundated with several calls from all over the world, as if police decided to bungle a direct case of murder. And that's why we have decided to call for this press conference, so that you can see him. The man who is said to be dead is sitting down here, and maybe you'll be able to interact with him too. It's most unfortunate that the social media that is supposed to be an advantage to the police and to the citizenry has become a tool that is being used to vilify even the police and the government. It's most unfortunate. You all can see him, he's seated here. He's not dead. He's very much alive, hale and healthy. Well, you can recall that this whole incident started with the job Umoren was seeking to have from Akpan. And unfortunately, the whole thing went sour. The case was first reported as a case of suspected kidnapping. While on the trail of the so-called kidnappers, they went, ICT people went into the media because Instagram was used to facilitate their meeting. And at the end of the day, pictures of Frank and the father came up, and the DPO Umoren division swung into action, arrested the father. By this time, Frank had escaped from the house through Umoren to Calabar. Some of his relations, knowing fully well that the father is a bit ill, came to speak about the father to say, let them assist. The DPO Umoren, who happens to be the SP, that one David, who then is claiming is a police officer who conspired with Frank, was brought into the picture, and he joined the cousins to call him and talk to him to come back, because Frank kept denying that. He first denied that he did not even see the girl at all, but later he said he did not know anything about the girl. He was convinced by the DPO and the cousins to come back, and he came back through Umoren from Calabar, and he was brought to the police station eventually. At this point, he was still denying. He kept denying, and at the end of the day, under serious questioning, he broke down and confessed to having killed the young girl. This made the case to change from anti-kidnapping to homicide department, which investigates murder. Immediately, he led police officers to the scene where they saw the shallow grave, and the body of the deceased, may her soul rest in peace, was exhumed. It was obvious that there was a struggle. I'm not surprised that Frank said, okay, he had carnal knowledge of her at a point, but I'm not surprised there were marks of violence on her abdomen and part of her head, which resulted in the death. The body was taken up and sent to the mortuary for autopsy, and autopsy has been done. I'm sad to announce that the body has been committed to Mother Earth today. May her gentle soul rest in peace.
Amen.
At the end of the day, the social media has gone gaga with a lot of stories. It's even said that maybe Frank belongs to a group of ritualists or people who harvest body parts to sell. We all know where he was arrested, does not even have the facilities to keep body parts, because if you want to harvest body parts and sell, from my little understanding of medicine, it must be kept under some conditions. but such things don't exist there. And it was said that a lot of bones, a lot of shallow graves were found in the compound, which investigation has not found to be so. And that's why even when I appeared on Arise Television, I asked the person who wrote that which bones, where did they find bones? At the end of the day, investigation is still ongoing. We are not foreclosing anything. I will urge Nigerians, instead of going to the press or the media with unclarified or funny information, they should pass it on to the police. Police will investigate. We are still open to find out if it is true that Frank belongs to any body harvesting organization. It's open to, we are open, the investigation is open. The case file will eventually go to DPP, and eventually the justice will take its course. It is pertinent that we should mention all this so that people are not misled. A discrete investigation is still ongoing. It's at its almost at its concluding stage, but we never close investigation until we go to court. So I'm still saying, I'm appealing to members of the public, if you have information on this issue, let us have it. We are open to it. Frank is here. Frank is not dead. His father is by his side there for complicity, accessory after the fact. And at the end of the day, we believe justice will take its course. Thank you very much.
Okay. We're going to take questions, but we'll do it in our orderly manner. And we'll take 3 questions so that we can go and go. We'll give you access to also question them and listen to the story of Frank so that you can get it right. So we'll take 3 questions. Maybe one from here. Okay, you're going to be 1. Who is going to be the next person? You're going to be 2, and you are going to be 3. Okay, we'll take 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are the first to have raised your hand. So let's hear from you.
All right.
Now, you were, please, can you come this way? Thank you. Madam, please, excuse us from there. Thank you. Stand here so that we can see.
All right, sir. The Commissioner of Police are quite busy. My name is Tony Essen. I report from Planet FM. There was a story about other shallow graves within the premises of Frank and his father. And then later on, we cited you on TV, the AIT, where you dismissed that claim that there was nothing like that. So we would like you to clarify that.
Well, let me answer that immediately. We are police officers. We don't base what we do on rumor. We were at the site. Police exhumed the body. If there are shallow graves there, the particular shallow grave that Iniubong was placed in was not more than 2 feet deep. And such a thing, we all know, even if you bury a goat 2 feet deep, after about 48 hours, the stench will not even allow you to, neighbors will know, somebody must know that something has happened there. I saw a BBC video, things that look like holes where they dug up yam are referred to as shallow grave. There are no shallow graves anywhere. There are no bones anywhere. That is the truth. But if anybody can show me any shallow grave there, you go and show me, but I know there are no shallow graves. We went through the ground properly. Thank you.
Let's have the next question.
My name is Patrick Ode. I'm interested in the result of the autopsy. The public will want to know at this juncture.
Thank you.
What's the result of the autopsy?
Okay, thank you.
The cause of death has already been ascertained by the autopsy. It has been ascertained, and at the end of the day, by the time we file our charges, you get to know it all. I want to tell you one thing. The police has nothing to gain by covering anything. We are not covering anything. I have never met Frank before. He's a young man. My last child is even older than him. So I have no business. This is a murder case. You are talking of a human life lost. I cannot conspire with him to scuttle investigation in any form. It will come out the way it is. and we are going to report it as it is.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Yes, Mr. Sir. My name is Azik Jobarat for Daily Time. Last week, the National Assembly, the House of Representatives, urged the Inspector General of Police to bring the case to force headquarters.
Yes.
Why is the suspect still in your custody despite such?
It's a straightforward case. It's a very straightforward case. My headquarters have asked for a report, which we have done. We are Nigerian police officers. There is no difference between the officer in Force CID and State CID and even in the division. We all had the same training. Murder is murder. The same principles guard the investigation. They have not asked me to transfer it after I've sent the report. If they ask, it's even still open now. But the IG, in his infinite wisdom, did not find a need for it because at the end of the day, we are on the right course.
Yes, please. Let's have it. You are done. We are done. Thank you. We will now listen to the CP. The CP has his closing remarks. We are done with this and the CP.
Well, in closing, I will appeal to Nigerians that rather than going to the media with information, please inform the police what you have so that we can harness it together and get to root cause of the matter rather than imagine saying that the man has committed suicide. I've received more than 1,000 calls from within Nigeria and outside Nigeria saying that the man has committed suicide. Meanwhile, he is alive. So we should not peddle rumor. If a matter is happening or is being investigated or there is an occurrence, please get close to the police, inform the police, fill us in with your information. We'll work on it. As I'm speaking to you, the investigation has not concluded. We are still going on. So if you have any information, please let us have it. Assist us so that we will all arrive at the same justice. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. We can now talk
Please, I just work for us. Please let me have my microphone. Please let me have my microphone. Very good.
If we will keep quiet,
Please, go in.
No, me blog.
somebody can give Let's not be as if I'm asking question for you.
Please, if you can shoot for me, I need to blow my camera.
Out of here. If you allow us.
Sabir. Please, Sabir. Sabir. Sir, just help me, sir. Sabir.
Let me go inside. Let him go inside. Wait, let him go inside. Let us arrange this thing well.
Wait now, let us get it well.
Wait now, wait now.
I thought that we were together.
Why did you?
Please look at the cameras. Please go.
Turn the logo.
Sorry.
Don't do that in
The audible.
What do you mean? Look, your camera is on.
Okay, fine.
Please take your hand.
Tell us what happened.
Please take your hand to this side.
Not really. Just let us know what happened on that day.
Then be audible.
Loud.
What happened was that she came for a supposed interview. I used reverse psychology. I asked her whether she can work in.
You are not talking.
I asked her whether she can work in a farm where hard drugs are kept. I asked her whether she can work in a range where hard drugs are kept as a secretary. And she said that she can, and she's ready to do the job. So when she came, I revealed to her that this farm doesn't exist. There's nothing there, no farm like that. It's just a box. So then I told her that before she leaves that I would like to have sex with her, and she agreed, but she gave a condition that I should use a condom, which I did. And while I removed the condom, she became furious and she took the nearby stabilizer to hit me on my head, and then she beat my left ring finger and tried to reach for the door, screaming and tried to reach for the door. So while I was bleeding, in a bid to stop her, I used the stabilizer to hit her, and when I hit her, she fell and started
playing. Get it.
So where did she hit you?
On my forehead.
Where is the wound?
What did you do?
You don't know. How come? You said she agreed to have sex with you and you used a condom. And then all of a sudden she started to attack you. How did it happen?
I said that while I was about to
Thank you.
she became furious.
Why did you want to remove the condom? Why did you want to remove the condom?
You got her on her head. What did you use to hit her? What did you use to hit her?
The same stabilizer she used to hit me.
At what point was she shouting, screaming for help?
When I tried to remove the condom.
But you didn't use only stabilizer, you used something else. Say it was.
Okay, that was an iron, a pressing iron.
Where did you use to hit? Where did you hit her?
On her abdomen, where she was biting, because she held my head into the finger, she was biting. So the only way I could stop her was to.
Was she your first victim?
Yeah.
So how many people have you killed in that process?
Just say the truth.
I've not killed anybody.
Say the truth. You said she was not your first victim. How many victims have followed? How many girls or women have you done that to? Maybe whether they died or they did not die. How many so far?
The same reverse side.
Yes, how many?
Whether reverse or reverse.
About six.
What of that NYC school shoes in your house?
The NYC shoes is the shoe my mom used when she was in NYC that we used for family. The shoe is used for family in the house. It's not a copper shoe. It's not as if a copper came out.
How did your father assist you in this case?
He did not assist me.
Do you live in that house?
So who helped you to bury her?
Did you hypnotize her with any substance?
The number of exercise books and textbooks that are in that compound, who owns them? Those books.
Those exercise books, those nursery and exercise books are owned by I and my sister.
There are 7 names on them. None of it is your name. Who has those people? Those names are not.
Your name or any member of it? Different names.
Absolutely.
Have you got the phone from the camera? The phone is in your room. I'm not coming to take your out of it, sir. Am I not out?
In one of the rooms.
Yes. I'm out. You can see it. Hold on now. I'm out. You are even seeing it more. I'm out.
What's your level of education?
You are out.
I'm a university student.
What class are you in? What level? Which school?
What subject?
What subject? What course? What level?
Public administration.
What level?
Please, uncle, please bring it.
Please, what's your relationship with Kufre Fion?
Kufre Fion is my cousin.
And how did it help in this whole thing?
You know what?
You called him on that day. What's the subject of the conversation?
And that was when I was coming back from Calabar. Initially in the morning I went to Calabar. So while I was coming back, to submit
Challenge, bend down small. Challenge, go down small. Thank you. Now, how do you feel about what has happened? Hello, dear.
My conversation at the time was very short. Text me. So I called the DCI.
Galaxy, take your own icon up. Channels, you're on our camera.
Where did they pick you?
When you kill her, why do you go and dock a grave to and bury her? Why not take it to the police or report to the police that somebody has died in your house?
I was very scared to do that because I thought
So initially, what was your motive before you asked her to come to get the job? What was the motive? What was in your mind initially?
Well, initially, I used reverse psychology because I've had very bad experiences with runs girls and with prostitutes. So I used reverse psychology and I asked her whether she can work in a farm where hard drugs are kept, and she accepted. She wouldn't fix my career.
Sports.
So I felt that that's the best way to revenge prostitutes and runs.
Have you been patronizing prostitutes?
No, I don't. I used to. I don't.
Now, how do you feel about what you've done? What you've done, you are before the whole world. How do you feel about what you've done?
I'm not happy about it, but I believe that the Commissioner of Police is working with his men, and he has assured Nigerians, he has assured our private minds and the entire world that justice will take its course. You guys should just.
Was your father around when this incident occurred? Your father been know that when this thing happened?
No, he wasn't around.
How about your sister?
Are you remorseful? Are you remorseful of the entire incident?
Yes,
But you don't sound and look remorseful.
You said if
you said
justice should prevail. Now, if that justice means
taking your life,
will you readily agree to losing your life for what you've done?
Were you in love with the girl?
No.
So what is your advice to young men? Your advice to young men? What do you advise the young men? Let's speak with the father. Can we speak with the father?
Can you advise young men? Can we sit back?
Thank you. Oh yeah, on the father's side.
Don't monopolize him alone.
On the father's face.
Sir, please, what's your name? What's your name? Let me just take it. Where are you from?
People should wait for us.
Please, we don't have business here. Leave our bag.
Where you
From my time by now, they are beckoning like.
Please, let's keep quiet now.
Were you aware of what your son?
I wasn't aware. I'm not happy about it.
If I can't get him, please get him.
At what point do you know about this incident? At what point?
When I was asked to recall him, when police came to my compound, checked the compound, they didn't say anything. So I was invited to come and make a statement at the Umoren police station. I did. So I was asked to call him immediately, and I called him back. So when he now arrived, I was allowed to interact with him. He told me that he did something wrong and that he's sorry. I was blaming him. Why do you do this? You are not the only child. I have 2 other children, and they are women. They are undergraduates. One is finishing. One is just starting. If anybody does this to their sisters, we would like to say no. So he was very.
Were you in the house when this?
I wasn't in. I went to town.
Is that your house, sir?
Yes, it's my compound.
Do you live there?
Yes, I live there.
It is reported that nobody else has access to that, has ever had access to that compound.
And it's always locked.
It's always locked.
That is not true.
That's what the neighbors say.
That is not true. That's not true. We have a borehole in that house. All the people in the street, they fetch water from there. We have plenty of fruits and vegetables in that compound. We give out fruits free. So it's just unfortunate.
Are you aware that your son has been into this?
No.
That you are involved.
I'm not.
He said he has taken advantage of over 6 girls, and you never, for one, suspect
that you stay in that house.
I'm not aware about that. The reason is I just relocated. We just relocated from Abuja. I've not been around for 30 years. We've been living outside here. So we just relocated because I've been retired. So it's not up to even 2 years we fully relocate.
So where do you retire from?
As what?
Okay, from the ministry.
Which ministry?
Federal Ministry of Health.
As?
My position?
Yes.
Okay, Deputy Director. So once in a while, some other official assignment take me out, even though I've retired. Like, for instance, the health records board of Nigeria, they
supervision. That's our parastatals. They call us to come and do supervision. So that's what takes me out. Then if I'm not around, my other children they are always around, especially during holidays. They are at home.
So information got in that initially you were arrested while you were still in search of your son who was at large.
No,
did you give information to the police?
Yes. Immediately, I said, Ubak says he's going to Calabar. They now said I should call him. So I called him back and he came back. It was when he now came back that they now asked me to go. And so they now say they are going to interrogate Ubak.
Everybody is asking for justice. And what we tend to understand by justice in murder case is a person should die. Do you also request for that justice?
Well, it depends on the system. I'm not happy about what my child has done. I don't even believe this can happen to me. After I send them to school, try to bring them up. Yeah, justice can be done if the system so permits.
Your son says Kufrefion played a very integral role in his arrest. You also say you called him back to Calabar, from Calabar. Which one should we take? Your son said Kufrefion asked him to come back. You are now telling us you called your son to come from Calabar.
Yes, I called him now. When I was asked to come and make police statement in Idu, they brought a phone, showed me 2 pictures, said, who among these doing? I said, this is my son, Ubak. So as we were going to the police station, they said, since he has gone to that, I should recall him. I called him and
with your number?
Yes.
There's no record of your number dialing his phone over the past.
No, I didn't call his number because his phone was off. I called the sisters that as soon as Ubak arrived.
You say you called him.
What is your phone name? You said you called him.
Sir, who is Kufrefion to you?
Kufrefion is the son to my brother. He's one of the sons to my brother.
Are you? Is this your only son?
This is my only son.
How many children do you have?
I have 3 children.
Sorry, can we get your name again?
Frank Akpan.
So how old are you?
Frank what Akpan?
Frank, that's how I'm...
Full name?
Yes, Frank.
How old are you? Do you have any advice?
Are you into...
How many years old are you?
Organ harvesting? No.
But it has been rumored that you've created the business for years.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you. We are done. Carry on. Gentlemen, let me thank you. I think we needed to do this so that you will get the facts, so that we can correct all this impression, all this wrong information circulating about the command. We have nothing, absolutely nothing to hide. That is why we brought them here. I'm happy you've been able to interface with them. The truth is out there. Somebody committed a murder, somebody raped and assaulted a beautiful young lady, killed her, and the police was proactive enough to apprehend him. And also, do you know that the young man denied, even while he was brought to the anti-kidnapping section, he was still denying that he never committed that act. It was the resilience of the police command that aided his arrest, number one, and then that made him to confess that he actually committed this crime. It was the police that took him down there to go and exhume. And then for somebody to turn around again, the police have been able to do this. He sits down, one David, whether he sits down wherever, and passes as passion or castigate and say a whole lot of things. It's totally not right. What do we have to gain if we cover this fact? And then for somebody to sit down, in fact, the date on that write-up was 18. We are not even up to 18th yet. The month is not up to 18 yet. And you are saying that he hung himself on the 18th of May. And then the information has already gone viral. I begin to wonder at what point in time we will begin to do journalism in such a way that we'll be critical about things that are posted or things that are being said. We should not be too quick in vilifying the police. I think what we need is a synergy between the people, the police, and of course, journalists, so that we can get this whole thing right. So that's what we have done today. We brought them for you to see, and you've been able to interface with them. Why he is still where he is that the courts are on strike. If the court system was active, believe you me, you wouldn't have met him here. We would have sent him to where he belongs. He would have been charged, and I believe that by now, if you want to talk to him, you would have been talking to him from the prison. So that's the situation on ground. Yes.
He said the police were proactive. Is there anybody that aided his arrest?
What is your name?
My name is Kufre Kata.
You work for?
Excellent.
Is there anybody that
aided the police in the arrest?
Starting from even the social media itself, that was a big boost, that was a big hit.
It is reported that somebody actually mediated between him and the police.
You didn't hear him talk about that same Kufre here. He said the Kufre is his cousin, and he was called. They all called. People were like, the father, you have just finished speaking with them. The father was in our custody because we needed to know where his son was. And so he called. He called the sister, as he said, and all that. And the DPO that this David is alleging to have been caught, this is the DPO who even arrested him, who was telling, you see, the truth of the matter was this. He needed to confide in somebody. He was like, are they going to do anything to me? Are they going to do anything to me? Will I go scot-free? And all that. And the DPO was like, come out first. When you come out, we're going to see where we can assist you. But come, let us see first. And all that. And that was how he summoned courage for police to be talking to him. That, look, come, I am the DPO of this place. And then somebody to just stay and begin to talk about SP Eziogo as being a collaborator, not knowing that the SP is the present DPO of Umoren. He's still the sitting DPO. Go and verify. And this incident happened at his area of jurisdiction. It behoves on him to be the first responder, and that was what he did. What the police needs is commendation. It's not vilification. Thank you.
No, it's not there.
So different.
So we just came for the police briefing on the murder case of Iniubong, Umoren, and we've been briefed. The CLO came to observe the briefings. We have promised to follow the matter to its conclusion. Like the CP has said, justice will be assured, and so CLO will be all through the process until justice is not only seen to have been done, but done in this matter. Thank you all.
Let me hold you,
You appear not to know when to make merry, when to be sober.